Give me 5, baby. Give me 5.
In the face would be better.
Come on. Up high.
Face. Right in the face, coach.
Down low. Too slow, man. You get some sugar.
Well, the Boogie Woogie Man, oh, God! Oh! The Boogie Woogie Man, Rob McBride. Many consider him to be the godfather of CWF Mid-Atlantic, and he just gave Coach Gemini some man love right there. Brad Stutts and Scott Island in the booth. Scott Island of This Week in Wrestling finally making his CWF Mid-Atlantic commentary debut tonight. So happy to have the crew from This Week in Wrestling here with us tonight as part of this huge tag team tournament.
Well, thank you, Brad. It's great to be here finally with CWF Mid-Atlantic. I love it here, and I'm really glad to be a part of this.
Want to encourage everyone within the sound of my voice to check out thisweekinwrestling.net.
That's correct.
And all the CWF Mid-Atlantic regulars, as well as wrestlers from all over the region, the Carolinas, Virginia. Ow, he got Roy. He got Roy.
Little sugar for Roy Wilkins.
And that's a flag. That's a flag. Tongue is a flag, apparently.
According to Coach Gemini, it is. But I tell you something, this'll get Roy Wilkins' weekend started on the right foot.
Ow! That's dirtier than some Nick Richards stuff.
Yeah, I tell you. But anyway, we have here in Paco Loco and the Boogie Woogie Man a family team, obviously.
Yeah.
Father and son-in-law. With Matt Houston, my partner This Week in Wrestling, and one half of the Mid-Atlantic Outlaws in their corner to kind of counteract Coach Gemini, who's going to be patrolling the outside for the Goon Squad.
Yeah, all of us at CWF Mid-Atlantic absolutely devastated that Matt Houston and Lewis Moore had to pull out of this tournament due to injury, but happy to have Matt Houston here with us in the corner of Team RCW, representing riders in the country. And Scott, I have it on good authority that you spent many, many nights where you woke up the next morning face down on the riders dance floor. Don't know how you got there.
That's unfortunately more true than I would care to admit on a live.
Oh, he kissed McBride!
Little Walter Eaton sugar.
Psychological warfare, he kissed McBride.
My goodness. I have to say that
I think Eaton just realized what he did. Oh, he just realized what he did.
I think that Walter Eaton thought it was a good idea at the time, is regretting it now.
Yeah, it sounded like a good idea on paper. I'm going to get him first until you realize that you just made out with a 40-year-old hillbilly whose breath smells like shoe polish and onion rings.
and king dogs.
Definitely king dogs.
If the usual McBride pregame meal took place.
What? Oh, God.
I think Rob just took a page out of Ryan Zane's book.
There's a matchup I want to see sometime.
My goodness.
Oh, he got Eaton. Oh.
All three of the All-Stars. And now look at Paco.
Oh, Paco got him.
My goodness. Somebody has been learning from the Boogie Woogie Man.
Well, McBride, like I said, the perennial godfather of CWF Mid-Atlantic. More years under his belt as a pro than anyone else on the active roster. And Eaton is in bad shape over in the Goon Squad corner.
I don't think I've ever seen Walter Eaton so uncomfortable in my life.
I have, but never really in a wrestling context. There were some of those weekends after those Wentworth shows, I've seen Walter Eaton in some really uncomfortable positions, but we won't get into all that.
Yes, this is still a family program after all.
Indeed.
But,
someday when you're older,
I'll tell you. Joey Hogan got some sugar.
Joey's been waiting on that for 19 years.
Oh, my goodness. It seems like to me
Joey kind of looks like he might have liked it.
Joey was a little happier than I would have expected.
I'd be a little leery. He's not really sure what to do with himself right now. He's love struck.
He is certainly a little discombobulated.
Roy Wilkins is trying to maintain order in this bout.
Trying to keep control of Rob McBride is something that many an official has tried to do and failed over the last 3 decades.
Goons are calling for Paco, who they hope at least will not make out with them in the course of the bout.
The odds are good. You know, Paco Loco, though, he is one tough hombre.
Yeah, both these guys, if you're going to represent Team RCW, if you're going to represent riders in the country, the toughest redneck bar in Greensboro, you're going to have to be tough.
Yes, and well, Paco Loco has been an active competitor for over 2 decades, over 20 years in the business for Paco Loco. So this is an experienced team, and I have to say, the Goon Squad is going to have their hands full with both of these guys. I mean, of course, you got Boogie Woogie Man, McBride, obviously a CWF legend. But Paco Loco, I tell you, he is tough, he is strong, and he has every bit as much a guile as his father-in-law.
Yeah, no stranger to the Mid-Atlantic rings. Little known fact, even though this is Paco's, I believe, his first ever appearance in CWF Mid-Atlantic, Paco, myself, Walter Eaton, Corey Edsel, all know each other very, very well. Eaton in particular has been in the ring with Paco many, many times, dating back as far as Walter Eaton's earliest days in the sport back in 2001 and 2002. So with Eaton on the apron and Roy Wilkins in there locking up with Paco, if I'm the coach, I might want to make that switch, because Eaton literally has wrestled Paco Loco dozens of times at RCW events at Riders in the Country, or events in Thomasville, events all over the circuit pretty much. Paco Loco and Walter Eaton have faced off many, many times. I would put the man in there, Walter Eaton, that has locked up with this guy. Wilkins, a technical wizard, the guy that has been most closely mentored by the coach of any of the All-Stars, but that doesn't mean he intrinsically knows how to handle somebody like Paco Loco.
Well, that's true. He's a handful. He's got a very low center of gravity. He's very hard to take over, as Wilkins takes him down with a side headlock into an attempted pinning combination. But I have to say that if I were the coach, I kind of would take it the other way, because the style does not really work well. You know, Roy Wilkins' technical style, Paco's going to have a hard time keeping up with his quickness.
That's a good point. You know, if Wilkins can tie this guy up, you know, the point we kind of made earlier, these guys very kind of barroom brawler-esque. If Wilkins can tie this guy up, we may see that technical mastery lead him to victory, lead the All-Stars to victory. Yep. Of course, Coach Gemini has already got one team in the second round. We don't know who that team is at this point.
As Paco just lit up Roy Wilkins twice with reverse knife edge chops. I have to say that, and look at this, Roy Wilkins is in the wrong part of town, Brad.
See the sweat fly off the back of Wilkins.
I have to say, I'm curious as to who the second team is.
We will apparently find out tomorrow night, as the coach said if we're going to get a bye, I see no reason for me to show my cards and reveal my team just yet.
And you know, people think he's crazy, but he is crazy like a fox.
Well, let's talk about that real quick. I got to wonder, does the coach have a contingency plan here? You know, he's been talking all along about what a great coup it is that the coach has got 2 teams in this tournament. Has he got a contingency plan here for if the Goon Squad cross paths with whoever the second team is?
I would think that would mean that the Goon Squad would have a very easy second match in this tournament tomorrow night.
I guess that depends upon who the coach's mercenaries are in this tournament.
Coach has a lot going on. Not only has he rebooted his talk show, the bench or the dugout or whatever he wants to call it.
Well, he wants to call it the coach's corner, I think. We've always called it Gemini's hot seat, but Coach has had so many concussions, who knows what we'll end up calling it.
Exactly.
He may not even realize he's on a talk show.
But with that, you also have Court Montgomery's apparent attempt to become an insurgent.
Yeah, Court Montgomery was kind of the low man on the All-Stars totem pole for a number of months until back in January, Walter Eaton and Roy Wilkins booted Court out of the All-Stars, laid him out in the center of the ring. We have not seen Court Montgomery since then, except for tonight, earlier tonight, when we saw Court Montgomery appearing in the crowd and basically just screaming at Coach Gemini like a psycho X, just causing a disturbance in the lobby and then in the aisleway. Basically, I don't know if he wishes he was on that extra team or if he's basically just trying to avoid another young wrestler potentially from coming under the tutelage of the coach. Woo!
Oh, what a shot by McBride. And this has turned into the brawl that Paco and McBride wanted.
Yeah, both these guys can wrestle. You do not survive 30 years in our industry without knowing the tricks of the trade, but I do think a brawl favors Paco and McBride, especially a brawl against Wilkins.
Absolutely. Try to get the smaller man worn down and take the legs out from under him. Although you have to think that the longer this match goes, the more it favors the Goon Squad. I have to say I'm impressed with the way McBride and Paco have cut the ring off and prevented Walter Eaton from getting involved.
They've got Wilkins on the canvas and holding him there. Paco back in. Oh, great presence of mind from Wilkins. Just does not get much better than that.
Just basically with one shift in leverage, Paco Loco now on the business end of a reverse knife edge chop for Walter Eaton, only a 2 count.
And Eaton is now in the driver's seat. The Goon Squad are now in the driver's seat. Possibly the most polished tag team we've ever seen in CWF Mid-Atlantic. There may be no duo in this tournament that works together as a team. Their precision is unmatched. They know where each other is at all times.
What a double flapjack.
And they just leveled Paco Loco. Cover way on the other side of the ring. That was great ring positioning because McBride would have had to literally leap over the official and go 2/3 the way across the ring to break that pin up if Paco did not get out.
As Paco Loco tries to power out of that face lock and try to get to the corner to tag his father-in-law.
Paco trying to get it. Oh, McBride took a shot.
Nice tag by Wilkins. Wilkins saw the tide turning, and now McBride's going to try to get in without a tag again.
Like I said,
hey, look at this! He just ran Walter Eaton right over.
Like I said, the Goons work so well together as a team, but McBride finally getting frustrated. Sends Eaton to the floor. McBride, not the legal man. Paco Loco still is, but he may just flatten Wilkins if he can.
Here comes Saturday Night Superstar!
Drilled him in the center of the ring, but he's not the legal man. No!
Joey lost it.
Yeah, Joey Hogan completely has lost control of the bout at this point. All 4 men in the ring. He needs the 2 legal men in, the 2 illegal men out to the apron. 2 feet in the face of McBride. Paco could be calling for that big driver.
Oh, he went for it. Wilkins clubbing blow.
Here we go. Could be the gangbang. Got him with it.
Forget it. They got every bit of that. And now Matt Houston is chasing
the coach, but the coach has escaped, and the Goons have won it.
I have to say, that was a great match. I think that Matt Houston just his injuries didn't allow him to do what he really wanted to.
Absolutely. He could not physically keep the Goons from cheating, could not prevent the illegal man from being in the ring.
Number 2, the Goon Squad.